we are going shopping. But actually though, we're going to Home Depot to get boxes to pack up the house, and then we are just gonna drop those off at the house and then actually go like fun shopping. Here's some car footage again. I can't control these people. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday morning. I got up a little earlier than normal this morning for, you know, having no work. Usually I sleep in till like noon. It's been really nice. But I got up pretty early this morning at around 7. And I was gonna go get coffee and like start the packing up and everything, but I just did a little DoorDash order really quickly, and now I'm on my way to get my melted Starbucks because I got an iced coffee and I'm pretty sure it's probably melted by now. But we have a lot to do. I did a lot of the packing up yesterday, not a lot, but like I packed up most of the kitchen. And I started a little bit on my bedroom and a little bit in the living room. We had someone store their bicycle in our garage, so she is actually coming today to come pick that up because I was like, we're moving, we like need to get rid of everything. So she is coming today to pick that up, and yeah, we're just gonna continue packing things up and we're gonna take you guys along with us. We bought the boxes on Saturday. It's kind of nerve-wracking to have to do all this. I still have to get like the carpets cleaned. I have to see if I can move the dates where I ordered the U-Haul truck because I ordered it for Saturday the 28th, but we aren't gonna leave until Tuesday and we only have the truck for 5 days. So worst comes to worst, if we can't move the dates, we'll leave Monday. So we have like an extra day to unpack the truck once we're in Florida and like drop everything off. But that is what is happening right now. Felicita actually just dropped off my younger sister, Helena, back at the airport because she was visiting us for a little bit. And yeah, so that is basically an update of what's going on. And we're just going to film this whole process. And it's going to be chaotic, but still a little bit of fun, maybe a lot of fun. I don't know. Today is officially the day before we have to leave. We have the garage all packed up with stuff. Patrick and I went and picked up the U-Haul this morning, but we filled it with a bunch of like furniture that we're not taking with us, and he is bringing that to a local like secondhand furniture shop that we're just gonna give to them. So that's where he's at right now. The carpet cleaners, they were supposed to come today, but we aren't completely like fully moved out yet. So they're like, we can just come tomorrow and bill you guys and just get it all done for you. So they were super sweet. They helped us out a lot, and they're just gonna come tomorrow to get everything finished. Yeah, so basically we just have some random odds and ends left in the house and like clothes and our beds. And then pretty much we're all packed up. Empty house tour. Apparently. Packing up the last minute items, and we're headed out of here soon.
right, story time, people. I just almost got a warrant for my arrest, pretty much. No, wasn't that bad. So we are in what was leftovers of Hurricane Ida. It's now just a tropical depression, so we're in pretty bad weather. I calmed down now, but earlier we were in pretty bad weather. We were in Clarksville, Tennessee. I was going really under the speed limit because the rain was really bad. I was going like 60 in the 60s. The rain was really bad, and a police officer was in a pickup truck, but I knew it was a police officer because Google Maps lets you know when there's a police officer next to you. So I knew it was a police officer. I wasn't speeding, so I didn't care. I wasn't worried. It just didn't change anything. He was going like 50. He was going slower than I, so I just like passed him up. And then ever since I passed him up, even when I slowed down to other people like on the highway that were coming on through the on-ramp, he would slow. I went like 50 miles an hour because there was a truck that came on in front of me. He slowed all the way down to 50 miles an hour. He just wouldn't like drive away from me, and we were going like that way for 5 minutes, and there was like cars speeding by me like really fast. Like he had every reason like just to go get them if he wanted to catch someone speeding. But within like finally after like about 5 minutes, he turns his lights on, pulls me over. So I'm like, what did I do wrong? I know I was cruising in the 60s. There definitely wasn't speeding. I know everything's up to date, insurance, license plate, sticker, registration, everything is good. And he comes to Stella's side of the window. Stella was in the passenger seat, I was driving. He comes on Stella's side of the window, and she rolls in her window. He asked for my driver's license and my insurance. I give him both, and then he's like, I was like, I wasn't speeding. He's like, no, you weren't speeding. He's like, I need to write a warrant. I need you to get out of the car and come in my car right now. And I'm like, but why? I just want to know, like, what is it? Like, if I wasn't speeding, then what is it for? And he's like, I'll let you know once you're in my car. I'm like really nervous because he said warrants. I'm thinking warrant means you're getting arrested, and why else would I be going in his car if I wasn't getting arrested or something? I'm like, what is happening? So as I'm walking to his car behind us, Stella is in the passenger seat and she had the door open, and he's like, and then there was actually another police officer that came up behind him, and he got out of his car and he's told Stella, he's like, I need you to get back in your car. So Stella gets back in her car, but she saw the door open like just like 2 inches, wasn't even flat, and they're like, ma'am, we need you to shut your door. So she shuts her door, and then like Patrick meanwhile saw it, and he went off to the nearest exit, called mom. So she's on the phone with mom and dad, not knowing anything was happening to me in this police officer's car. The last thing we heard was that he needed to write me a warrant. So I'm in his car, and we get in the car, and he's just like, yeah, so you drove on the white line, I saw that. And I'm just like, wait, what? I'm like, he's like, yeah, that's really dangerous. That can cause an accident because you drove off the white line. And he's like, I need to write you up a warning. And then I was just like, are you for real? And then like, he was just then starting to ask like small talk questions. He's like, so who's that in the car with you? I'm like, that's my sister. And he's like, well, okay, well, how old are you? And I'm just like, said my age. Like, well, how old is she? Like he was just trying to make small talk conversation. And I was like, is this something you could give me a ticket for? And he was like, yes, anything I pull you over for, you can get a ticket for. Otherwise, I wouldn't pull you over. Then I was like, why aren't you giving me a ticket? Why are you just giving me a warning? And he's just like, oh, that depends. He's like, I'm not really a ticket kind of guy. I make that decision. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting next to him in his car, just small talking. He's like, I'm not really a ticket kind of guy. It also depends. I make that decision once I pull the person over and I see who they are and stuff. Then I make that decision and like how they are. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Then he's asking me about like where I'm going, where I'm from, where in Illinois I'm from, what time did I leave the house this morning, talking about the storm, telling me he's like a country boy, and I'm just like, and then I was like, so this is not going to go on my record, right? Because I drove on the white line. And he's like, no, this is just between like you and me here. I'm just like, oh my goodness. It was just like, are you serious? So there was no reason I had to get out of my car and go sit in his car with him just for him to write me a warning because I drove on the white line, when there was cars that were obviously speeding past me. No, I don't like that at all. But anyways, that's my story time. We are in Georgia? Tennessee. So we go from like part where we entered Georgia for like 5 minutes. Now we're back in Tennessee, but we're almost back in Georgia.
Good morning, everyone. We are currently in Locust Grove, Georgia right now. That is where we spent the night. So we have about 7 hours left of our trip. We are going to Starbucks. Patrick is getting gas, and then we will get back on the road. So we're not in a big city, at least I don't think we are, but traffic out here is kind of crazy, and we just wanted Starbucks, and it took like a good 5 to 7 minutes to get to the Starbucks that was across the street. And I was like, Patrick, there's no way you and the U-Haul are gonna fit in this tiny parking lot, having to go through all this traffic. So I was like, I got your drink, because I'm a nice sister. But we have to go get gas now. We made it to Florida. Palm trees everywhere, but I think these ones are fake. Alrighty, this is it. We're on the drive up. We are 4 minutes away.